we are going to have a 2012. I don't know who's going to be a part of it. You know, I have faith is a very big part of my life, and putting my life in my Creator's hands. This is what I always do. I'm like, okay, God, if there is an open door for me somewhere, this is what I always pray. I'm like, don't let me miss the open door. And if there is an open door in 12 or 4 years later, and if it's something that is going to be good for my family, for my state, for my nation, an opportunity for me, then I'll plow through that door.
Welcome back to Hardball. That was, of course, Governor Sara Palin addressing the prospects of her running for president 4 years from now. Palin sitting back at her critics in interviews, and tomorrow she's set to deliver a big speech at the Republican Governors Association meeting down in Miami. Well, is she rehabilitating her image? According to the polls, she took a hit during the campaign. Is she emerging as a new leader, a possible Republican candidate come the next time? NBC's Kelly O'Donnell covered the McCain campaign. She's in the know. And Lois Romano, my pal, is also always in the know, knows everything about these kinds of things, which is anything really deeply interesting personally. Let's go to Kelly. Kelly, what's up here? Is this commentary about theocracy and going to God for approval? We've been through that with President Bush, who said he didn't take advice from his father, he got it from another father, and we've been through this sort of Joan of Arc period. Are we going to get another piece of this where God's leading candidates to run for president? I mean, that sort of keeps us out of the conversation, doesn't it? I mean, seriously. I mean, God is telling her to run, and she's saying it openly on a secular television show? This isn't the religious hour.
Well, she is a person of faith, and she talks about that, but having covered, this is something she feels comfortable talking about. Yeah. Many people are much more private about their faith, John McCain being one of them. So she did not talk about matters of church and faith very much on the campaign trail. This answer, I think, reflects how she views her life, that religious influences, her faith, her church, the sense of family might have a lot to do with what she does down the road. But I think it's important to remember these candidates are human beings, and when a big campaign ends, it ends very abruptly, and that can be uncomfortable, especially for someone who's not been on the national stage. So she's talking a lot, she's doing a lot of interviews, and she is trying to rehabilitate her image, and you know, that's part of what I think we expect to see from her. She doesn't have a lot of handlers, remember that. And she feels very confident about her ability to connect with people, especially one-on-one. And in an interview with Greta Van Susteren, that clip that you showed, she felt very at ease with her. And I believe Greta interviewed her a couple of times along the way. So remember the setting she was in there as well. And I think that Governor Palin is certainly trying to give people a new look at